Oh, hi, Timmy, and anybody else who might be in here. I am at the Pilot's truck stop in Latta, South Carolina. Uh, it was too late in the day for me to find anywhere in Myrtle Beach. I have yet to see the ocean. I could smell it a little bit when I was in Myrtle Beach today. But I spent some time looking for camping, and it finally got to the point where, okay, it was 4:30, starting to get dark. So I've got to just go somewhere and get some rest. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go live. Why not? And that way I can give everybody an update. I mean, I have put out a couple of videos along the way. 30 track, dirt track race car. Oh, thank you, Timmy. Thank you, dirt track race drivers. Thank you for coming aboard. There's Kyle. Welcome aboard. So, yeah, I think Delaware, I want to say Delaware, North Carolina, I think has a dirt track. I'm not positive of that. You guys would know more than me.
Love can get a little messy. Good thing there's resolve. Love the love, resolve the mess.
The truck stop has a Wendy's. I was kind of hoping for more of a sit down. Well, I am sitting down, but I mean, kind of restaurant where they come and wait on you. But I'm okay. I like Wendy's. I got my usual that I do have. I don't have. I've seen a few women. They're not with me. This guy behind me, it's like he's mirroring my image. Oh, wait, that's the window. That must be me. I did have a lady smile at me, Timmy, when I was at the Circle K in Myrtle Beach. North Myrtle Beach, I might add. That's pretty swanky up through there. I don't know if she was single or not, but she smiled and waved as she drove away. And I was videoing at the time. I don't know if I captured her on the video or not. Speaking of women, though, I did get a call from Jill while I was on my way up here. And she's been here. She knows all about this town. So I think in the morning, because I'm going to stay the night here in the parking lot. I realize I still can't climb in the back of my camper and lay down because there's no room. I need to have 2 hours. If I can just get 2 hours where it's not raining, where I have time and I'm not getting interrupted, where I can just arrange stuff in the camper, and then I can truly use it as a camper. Then, of course, I have to find a place to camp. The first place I tried today was in Hickory Grove. It's about 15 miles from Myrtle Beach. Nice little town. But the RV park that they had said no. They said no to my rig, which is BS, but that's how they do it. Nancy Drew, welcome aboard. It wasn't stinky. But anyway, they don't allow rigs like mine. You got to be totally self-contained, and I think they were $40 a night. Like, no. Now, I had previously called the state park, so I thought, well, they won't be that expensive. I don't know how expensive they are. I figured at least one night I could stay at the state park, and it's on the water, I think. I thought this would be perfect. Well, they did answer the phone, but they're closed. Not for the season or anything, but just happened to be closed because they're remodeling. She says, we should be back open next week. Great. That doesn't help me tonight. Doesn't help me tomorrow. Maybe it'll help me down the road. Now, Jill suggested I go to the Cracker Barrel. She told me exactly where it was in North Myrtle Beach. She knows North Myrtle Beach like the back of her hand, even though she's in Tucson. But you might be right, Tim. Milk jug is not considered self-contained. Actually, mine's not a milk jug. It's what used to be a water carrier with a little spigot on it, but I converted it. We don't use it for water anymore. So anyways, Jill did tell me about the Cracker Barrel. Of course, I was already halfway here. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to keep coming. Who knows? The Cracker Barrels are shutting down. I don't know if that one's still open or not. I'll probably find out tomorrow. I met a man in Hickory Grove. His name was Pete. I was chatting him up about looking for a place. So hoping he'd say, well, park in my driveway, but he didn't. He told me that the Walmart doesn't allow overnight parking. But Jill kind of disagrees with him. There's another one. There's more than one Walmart in the area. So I got to, have her tell me again or replay the conversation. And I'll check that out tomorrow too. I gassed up at Circle K. Of course, you'll know this if you watch the latest video. But the man inside did tell me that they do use ShiftSmart. And I said, well, good. I came down here hoping to do some work down here in this area, and it'll probably be through ShiftSmart. Circle K isn't part of the other group that I work for. But, well, Timmy, I haven't decided who the feature channel is going to be this Saturday. If I say that you win, well, that's cheating. Nobody else gets to win then. And now I won't feature Jill as a feature channel, even though she does have one. Because you know the answer already. What a hoot. So, yeah, tonight I'm just going to try to relax. Maybe I'll watch a YouTube video. Try to remember to turn the computer off before I fall asleep. Unfortunately, I'm going to be sleeping in the front seat of the truck. But, I'm so tired. Last night, I slept all night long in the front seat of the truck. I mean, I woke up a few times. My body was pretty sore this morning from fighting the seat belt and the center console and not having enough room to stretch out. But I survived. My eyeballs are at least not burning as bad as they were yesterday. They are burning a little bit, so I can know that I'm tired. But hopefully tonight I'll get a little peace and quiet. Hey, I just got to say hello to him. I don't know how the guy knows me. Oh. I will say this, people are friendly now. Oh, back to the not Wendy's, the Circle K. The guy behind the counter, he said, oh, you're from Michigan? I said, yeah. And I says, they hopefully have sent recommendations down this way so I can do a little work here, either through ShiftSmart or through somebody. He said, well, I'm from Michigan as well. And I said, okay, where? And he said, Big Rapids. So I know exactly where Big Rapids is. About an hour north of Grand Rapids. So I told him where I was from. He said, oh, I know where Sparta is. Pretty cool. Hi, Jill. Excuse me, Nate, Jill. I got to find something green to wear when I get to Tucson. Pack a blanket against the passenger door. Yeah, I thought about that. I'm using rolls of paper towel, and that helps a little bit. The blankets are buried in the back of the camper, but I do have a couple jackets that I can easily get to, and I'll use those tonight. So I got a bunch of options, and Jill mentioned check out I'm sanding my my Speedo. Yeah, I bet you were. I don't have a Speedo. I do have my. You'll like have my swag. They're not two thieves, but they're almost as nice as two thieves, and mine happen to be little pirate ducklings, little yellow ducklings dressed as pirate. They got the three-corner hats on and eye patches. They're cute. And I can use those as a swimsuit too. Yeah, they have a fly, but you really can't see it. Yeah, a couple sweatshirts, that'll work too. And I will get a shot of me down. I'll get in the water, yeah. It might not be tomorrow, but, before I leave the area. If I decide it's a little too weird in North Myrtle Beach, I think it's okay. I just got to get used to it. And I got to find a place to stay for cheap. Now, if the state park opens up, great. I can't stay here every night. It's 64 miles away. That's a little bit too much of a commute. It wouldn't be worth going to work for 4 hours, make $50, and you spent $40 in gas getting there and back. Because I'm running second gear. So the gas gauge it moves. You can see it move. Ray. Well, they're kind of brief, Joe, but they're not bikinis, but they're not jockeys either. They're in between. I'll just be brief about it. Carl's community page. I know Carl's been studying, and I think it's been for seafarers licenses. So skinny dipping is allowed after Labor Day. It is after Labor Day. You're trying to get me put in jail, aren't you, Jill? I would. Ukrainian Speedos. Well, why shouldn't you wear Ukrainian Speedos? Because it's sure no will fall out. Mark, that's excellent. I hate Speedos. I think they're perverse. I don't even like Speedos on a woman. Sure, it shows her curves and every part, but nah. Regular tight shorts is fine, or a tight swimming suit, but Speedos, no. Just no. I'd rather pleated skirt. How about that? Or nothing. I love it. So what have I left off? Tired. Oh, Jill mentioned there might be a national forest area in this. Maybe not, in within the city limits, but close enough that I could possibly camp and have a place every night. It'd be boondocking, that's fine. You never know. I don't have a problem meeting people, so by the end of next week, I should be well established here in Myrtle Beach, or there in Myrtle Beach. I'm in Latta right now. And speaking of Latta, I keep seeing signs for historical markers and historical district. I know nothing about Latta, South Carolina, but maybe in the morning before I return to Myrtle Beach, I'll check it out, see what these the little town of Latta is all about. All of them made me think about a man who was talking to himself. Thank you, sir. No, Jill, I'm not. I wish I was. I tried to be a veteran, but 2020 vision is what they wanted in 1971. So I tried to enlist. They wouldn't take it. Hey, you got to have 2020. I left the recruitment office with a bad taste in it. It pissed me off, you know. I didn't say I wanted to fly the plane. I'd wash the garbage cans, cook food, fly a desk, be a mechanic. But no, you got to have 2020 vision. Horse shit. Well, then the next year, they had the lottery. I guess you could say that's the only lottery I ever really won. They drew up to number 6, 1 through 6. That would have been January 1. I don't know how they did it exactly. But anyways, my number was 235. It was way out there. It's not even close. So I never had to do that. I did see a strip club. In fact, I seen it advertised on a billboard. But no, I'm not into that. Those girls always have really small boobs. I don't see the real thrill of it. One-on-one maybe would be different. But you know, sitting in a bar, I don't drink anymore. I did. I went to a strip club back when I was young and dumb and full of cum. I did enjoy it. It just didn't do anything for me. I did not find it attractive whatsoever. Now, I went to West Virginia. This was years ago as well, back in the late 70s. We went to a bar, and we'd gone to this bar every night after work anyways. It was a Golly Bridge Inn. There was this one gal there, I can't remember her name. But all of a sudden, one night, they passed a hat around, and everybody was throwing money, and I was coming by me, and I said, "What's this for?" And they said, "Well, Sharon's going to take her clothes off." I like Sharon. I put a couple bucks in. And I tell you what, I liked her a hell of a lot better than those Twiggies at some joint in Detroit. Sharon had a nice body. Too quick to retweet. Good one. I like that, Mark. Left in shreds. Bowery. That's what I was trying to remember also. That's where you said Alabama had their debut. It's kind of interesting to know the history of some of the bands. So Alabama started at Myrtle Beach at the Bowery. Kyle and I learned the history this past summer when we were in Coopersville. What was his name, Kyle? The famous singer, rock and roll star, uh, was from Coopersville. Damn it. What was his name? They named the car show after him. Dal Shannon. Thank you. You thought of it at the same time. They have a Dal Shannon Days in Battle Creek, Michigan, because that's where he basically became famous with that song, My Little Runaround. And that's where all of a sudden he made the charts. Coming from YouTube. I'm sorry to hear that you're connected to Joe, but oh well. I wouldn't give that one time of day. But to each his own. Would I sit down and watch Trump's YouTube channel? Maybe. I'd rather watch my own channel. I know it sounds a little narcissistic, but hey, when you're on stage, you're on stage. Was having a conversation with you know who about the relationships she's had in the past. And I said, well, I just hope you're not repeating yourself. And she's like, and I said, just because I'm always up on stage, don't think I'm a narcissist. I might have tendencies. But it's all for the 10. It's just an act. No, actually, it feels pretty real. He's even got the wink. Well, thank you, Timmy. Don't put up the other link, please. I'll have you keel hauled. So, in a little bit here, I'm going to get, no, I don't need my coffee till morning. I'll wait till morning to come in here and get my coffee. I could take a shower. I don't know what they charge. I think it might be about $8. I might do that. Be nice to feel a little more refreshed than I do right now. Although I do have, the baby wipes, whatever you want to call them. I can freshen up with those too. Mark, I bet you made that one up. I never did. I can't remember that joke about realistic and potential. It's something to do with this kid went to ask his dad, what is the difference between potentiality and realistically, okay. So the dad says, well, he said, I can tell you, but you should do some research. You have a question in order to see if you can learn something. And the kid says, well, I was thinking maybe. He says, well, I'll tell you what. Here's what you do. You go to your mom and you ask her the question. And then you go to your sister, you ask her the question, and then you go to your brother and ask him the same question. And then come back and talk to me. And the guy says, okay, well, what's the question I'm going to ask them, Dad? He says, ask them if they would sleep with Brad Pitt for $1 million. He kind of says, really, Dad? He says, really? Okay, I'll do it. So he goes and asks his mom, Mom, I'm doing a little research here. I know you're going to think this is a weird question, but would you sleep with Brad Pitt for $1,000,000? His mom immediately answered, oh, hell yes. Okay, he writes it down. Then he goes to his sister and says, hey, would you sleep with Brad Pitt for $1,000,000? She says, oh, hell yes. Okay, he writes it down. And he goes to his brother. He says, you're going to think this is pretty weird, but would you sleep with Brad Pitt for $1,000,000? And his brother says, oh, hell yes. Okay, he goes back to his dad. His dad says, what'd you learn? He says, well, I hate to tell you this, but Mom, your wife, she's a slut. And you know what? They don't fall far from the tree because your daughter is too. And he goes, well, what about little Billy? He says, I'm sorry, but little Billy is gay. There you go, Mark. You just fell into it. A shrimp burger? Do they have those at the club you were telling me about? I want jumbo shrimp. Those words are diametrically opposed. Jumbo shrimp. It's like military intelligence. Oxymoron words. A comment for me. Okay, what is it, Timmy? Oh, wait, last night, because I got some stuff going on. Okay, well, I do intend to do a featured channel on Saturday. Don't know who they are yet. It won't be Jill, though, Timmy. So, Jill, I don't think you were in here, but Timmy guessed that you were going to be the featured channel this weekend. I guess because I was talking about you. Fresh catch of the day. Well, you know, variety is the spice of life, they say. 50 years ago it was gay, but it meant happy then. Yeah, it's like that Christmas song, you know. La 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 la. Don we now wear gay apparel. La 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 la. People are going to start looking at me here. Actually, the place is vacant. I'm the only one. Well, Jill, you do have some content. I know it's not a channel, but you do have content, and I love it. I made a comment on every short you put up. A shrimp burger. Now, I've never had a shrimp burger, but I'll tell you how I like shrimp done. And that's the Chinese, Korean way. Coconut shrimp. It's like a casserole with the coconut and the shrimp, and it's freaking awesome. It's my favorite. If I go for Chinese, I get coconut shrimp. Ask Kyle. He's been with me at the Chinese place. Babe Station as a channel. Babe Station. There you go, Joe. You could call your channel Babe Station. People will be looking for that fold-down table in the restroom. It's a changing table. And I'm like, changing? What's it changing into? Is it changing into a chair? What's it changing into? Who said a door was ajar? My car does. A door is a jar. No, it's not. It's a door. A jar is a jar. I thought. Personal videos. I do know someone, you might know her too, Jill, that does personal videos. I'm not going to say who though. I don't know if that would be, I don't have that person's permission. Let's put it that way. No, it's not Tina. Nobody could hear her anyways. We went out for breakfast. What was it, Monday morning? And I got her to laughing about it. And that poor girl, she started coughing and choking and damn near couldn't breathe because she was laughing. And that, yeah. She doesn't have the voice because she doesn't have the pressure for her voice yet. And coughing is definitely not a good thing for her to do. But a lot of people will cough when they laugh. I'm one of them. And for her, that's like practically deadly. Oh, shouldn't do that. Sometimes I just cannot help myself. Your other channel, Wieners and Wine. Let's dine with wieners and wine. That sounds like a cheap date, Mark. You do your own personal videos. Well, you do. I do too. All of my videos are personal. I just share them with everybody. You know, some people started out doing YouTube. They only did it to journalize, if you will, the events in their life, or their travels, or their hobbies, that type of thing. And then suddenly they grew from there. Not me. I went in purposely and started the channel. Although, I didn't get interested in the idea of having a YouTube channel. I was researching scrap metals to learn how to separate the scraps, separate your copper, separate your silver, separate all your different metals in order to maximize your so-called profit. What profit? But anyways, instead of just throwing everything in one big pile and they pay a junk price for it, no, you've got to separate that stuff out. And you can make a lot more money that way. Sure, it takes some effort, but there are shortcuts and there are various ways to streamline the process to where some people are profitable scrappers. They make a living from it. One such person is Moose, a scrapper. And if somebody feels like finding his channel, they'll link it up here. Moose Scrapper. He's from Maine. And I started watching him like 5 years ago. I learned a hell of a lot from him. He's still putting out videos. I mean, he's progressed from just picking up scrap alongside the road. He even smelts the gold out of computer boards. He's learned how to do that, and he makes money at it. So, family and friends, yeah. Oh, you found me. I do remember that. You came on with your full name, and I think I asked you if you were from the UK. Anyways, we finally kind of molded it down where I knew where you had been and where you are. And I was fascinated from that moment. So I'm glad I'm included in your group. So I'm glad you found me. Every time I see BRB, I think it says burp. Excuse yourself then. Burp, that's just a lazy fart that took the elevator. I was thinking of something green that I could wear when I get to Tucson. I'm like, I don't think I have anything green. And then all of a sudden it dawned on me, I do. I have a green sweatband. I could wear that. Depends on how warm it is. Oh, goodness. That reminds me, I was going to wrap a gift in a sweatband. So they're new. I bought a whole bag. They were like $10, and I think I got like 30 sweatbands, all different colors. Killing me. It's your imagination, Bill, that's killing me. Mine too. Can't help that. If somebody told me you can't do that, I was like, sorry, too late. If I didn't have an imagination, I don't think I'd be as optimistic as I am. You got to have something to look forward to. Oh, goodness. I thought William was going to be here. He called me right after you did, Joe. And I told him, hey, I'm going to be going live. So he might have wanted to tell me whereabouts Carol lives. She lives down here somewhere, either North Carolina or South Carolina. And I told him, I said, well, if she wants to contact me, she can. It's up to her. I'm not going to just show up on somebody's doorstep. Depends. But the idea of just kind of forcing yourself on somebody, no, I'm not. I can't do that. I don't particularly. I'm not against somebody else doing it to me as much as I am about, no, I shouldn't do that to somebody else. It depends, I guess. It's just what the moment brings. Sometimes you don't know until it happens. That's true too. I'm pretty much a go with the flow person. That doesn't mean I don't have morals. I do. What was it? Oh, my friend Charlie always said, somebody once said, or accused me actually, that I had the morals of an alley cat. And the only thing I could think to say was, thank you. Yeah, my eyes are burning again. So it is getting time to, I'm going to definitely nod out and take Kyle's advice and find a couple of jackets. I actually have two of them in the passenger side of the front seat of the truck. They are quite buried, but I can dig them out. And there might be another one in the back seat, buried under my piano. Yeah, I am getting sleepy, Joe. I'm babbling, kind of like that brook over there, babbling brook. Actually, you're probably hearing the stupid TV. I don't have a remote control for that. But yeah, I am tired. Now that I've given everybody here, including 30 dirt track race drivers, what's going on in my life for the next 15 minutes till I'm asleep, and what's been going on in between, kind of sleeping, sort of, a little bit. But tomorrow, yeah, I'm going to write it down before I nod off tonight. Kind of tomorrow's agenda is explore Latta and then head back to Myrtle Beach, do some more research on where I'm going to be staying for a day or two, or how I'm going to work it out, see if I can get work through ShiftSmart or GPN. See how that goes as well. Well, I'm sure I'll be doing another video probably tomorrow. And then we'll also be seeing you all on Saturday. Saturday at noon and Saturday at 6. I like to be consistent. I hate it when I miss. I didn't like missing last Saturday, but it was necessary. Had I been on last Saturday, I probably wouldn't be here right now. So, sea in the air. Yes. I could smell it when I was in Myrtle Beach. I could almost feel like I could hear the ocean. I think it was pretty calm, actually. Who knows? All right. Fair winds and smiles. Thank you for coming aboard, mateys. Talk to you soon. May God bless. Good night. And the stream. Is that like pinching it off?